Sustainability.
Join us and over 30,000 global executives.
The market is live. Oh, we have a record day today.
We welcome you to the Hong Kong FinTech Week this October, where we discuss the future technology in finance, innovation in AI, and the impact of blockchain technology on the financial industry, shaping new business models.
Connection. Illuminating. Insights.
Innovation. Sustainability.
Join us and over 30,000 global executives at Hong Kong FinTech Week this October. We welcome you to the Hong Kong FinTech Week this October, where we discuss the future technology in finance, innovation in AI, and the impact of blockchain technology on the financial industry, shaping new business models.
Global.
Connection. Illuminating.
Impact.
Insights.
Innovation. Sustainability.
Join us and over 30,000 global executives at Hong Kong FinTech Week this October. We welcome you to the Hong Kong FinTech Week this October, where we discuss the future technology in finance, innovation in AI, and the impact of blockchain technology on the financial industry, shaping new business models.
Global. Connection. Illuminating.
Impact.
Insights.
Innovation. Sustainability.
Join us and over 30,000 global executives at Hong Kong FinTech Week this October. We welcome you to the Hong Kong FinTech Week this October, where we discuss the future technology in finance, innovation in AI, and the impact of blockchain technology on the financial industry, shaping new business models.
Global. Connection.
Innovation. Sustainability.
Join us and over 30,000 global executives at Hong Kong FinTech Week this October.
Good afternoon, everyone. The press conference will begin in a few minutes' time. Please feel free to take a seat.
Where we discuss the future technology in finance, innovation in AI, and the impact of blockchain technology on the financial industry, shaping new business models.
Global.
Connection. Illuminating.
Impact.
Insights.
Innovation. Sustainability.
Join us and over 30,000 global executives at Hong Kong FinTech Week this October. We welcome you to the Hong Kong FinTech Week this October, where we discuss the future technology in finance, innovation in AI, and the impact of blockchain technology on the financial industry, shaping new business models.
Distinguished guests and media friends, welcome. Thank you for joining the press conference of Hong Kong FinTech Week 2004. Before we start, we would like to invite our honorable guests to come to the stage and take some group photos together. For the first group photo, may I please invite Mr. Christopher Ho, Secretary for Financial Services of the Treasury. Ms. Alpha Lau, Director General of Investment Promotion of Invest Hong Kong. Mr. George Chow, Chief FinTech Officer of Hong Kong Monetary Authority. Ms. Elizabeth Wong, Director of Licensing and Head of FinTech Unit, Intermediaries of Securities and Futures Commission. Mr. Tony Chan, Associate Director, Policy and Legislation of Insurance Authority. Mr. Richard Leung, Group Chief Information Officer of Hong Kong Exchanges and Clearing Limited. Please help look at our event photographer, please. Wonderful. And then our media friends. Great. Thank you. For the next photo, may I first invite the guests on stage to be seated. Then please invite the following individuals to join us on stage. Strategic partner, Mr. Bojan Obradovic, Chief Digital Officer of HSBC Hong Kong. Theme sponsors, Ms. Esther Mai, Head Digital Banking, Client Experience and Analytics of Standard Chartered Bank. Mr. Arnold Chow, General Manager, Personal Digital Banking, Product Department, Bank of China, Hong Kong. Diamond sponsors, Ms. Sarah Oh, Head of Digital Growth of Citibank, Hong Kong. Ms. Jennifer Tan, Greater Bay Area Executive Vice President, Strategy Development and Government Affairs of Ant Group. Mr. Yam Ki Chan, Asia Pacific Vice President of Circle. Organizer, Mr. King Leung, Global Head of Financial Services, FinTech and Sustainability of Invest Hong Kong. Appointed event organizer, Mr. Anthony Sarr, co-founder and chief executive officer of VinoFirst. Please look at our event photographer, please.
Can I just move you over slightly? Just so I get Anthony on the back up. Just a touch more. Perfect, thank you. All nice smiles, thank you. So we'll just do a couple more for that. Thank you. All right.
Wonderful. And our media friends?
One more, like all that.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, everyone, and please be seated. Next, may I please invite Ms. Alpha Lau, Director General of Investment Promotion of Invest Hong Kong, to deliver her welcome remarks.
Thank you. Secretary Ho, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Hong Kong is a leading international financial center, and therefore fintech has always been an important pillar of our economy. The industry has always been a great contributor of innovation in global finance. Today, I'm excited to share with you the latest developments in Hong Kong's thriving fintech ecosystem as we gear up for this year's Hong Kong Fintech Week. Over the past year, we have seen remarkable growth in our fintech and financial services sectors. In September, Hong Kong ranked third in the Global Financial Services Index and first in Asia Pacific. As a fintech hub, we moved up 5 places to 9th, making us one of the top 10 in the world. This further cements our status as a leading global financial center, and the upcoming Hong Kong Fintech Week will act as a vibrant hub for groundbreaking ideas, cutting-edge technologies, and collaborative initiatives. This platform underscores Hong Kong's institutional strength and will catalyze advancement in innovative financial services, driving market innovation forward. We've also seen many companies establishing R&D centers and base their international operations from Hong Kong. Innovation and technology have always played an important part in our city's development. Last year, Hong Kong climbed to the top 10 in the UN's Global Frontier Technologies Readiness Index. Our embrace of technologies like blockchain and AI is essential to the long-term competitiveness of our financial services industry. Looking ahead, we at Invest Hong Kong have outlined several key initiatives for the rest of the year and beyond. We will continue to promote Hong Kong's strength in financial services innovation and technology, and family offices. And our strategic focus will be on enhancing our promotional drive in key markets, including the ASEAN and the Middle East. Hong Kong FinTech Week will be an important platform to turn these into action. It's an engine to drive businesses to Hong Kong, as well as create bridges for our city's FinTech ecosystem to capture global opportunities. This year will be like no other in this 9-year history. Well-renowned leaders from the mainland China big tech industry will be speaking at FinTech Week, sharing their insights and giving us a glimpse into what the future holds. The likes of Ant Group, Du Xiaoman, SenseTime, Tencent, Xiaomi, and 4Paradigm will be showcasing the latest AI and digital finance innovations. While global investors from all over the world are also set to come to Hong Kong to showcase their innovations, collaborate with partners, and scout for potential companies to invest in. Stay tuned for even more exciting survey findings on the latest fintech developments in Hong Kong, which will be unveiled during the event, along with many more exciting announcements and launches. Thank you for your support. I look forward to seeing all of you at the Hong Kong FinTech Week.
Thank you so much, Ms. Lau. Please be seated. Now, may I invite Mr. Christopher He, Secretary for Financial Services and the Treasury, to come on stage to share with us on what is ahead of this year's Hong Kong FinTech Week.
And Alpha, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, and thank you all for joining us today. It gives me great pleasure to unveil the official details of this year's much anticipated Hong Kong FinTech Week, having the theme illuminating new pathways in FinTech, as you can see at the board behind me. And this year marks the 9th edition of our flagship event, standing at the vanguard of the global FinTech revolution. I take the fortune in witnessing the remarkable growth and evolution of our Hong Kong FinTech Week over the years. And the conference this year further encapsulates the global paradigm shift, with emerging technologies driving the spirit of change. I've made it a tradition to announce a new policy statement and new initiatives in our FinTech Week, sharing with our global audience the government's vision and mission in taking forward market development together with the industry. If you recall, back 2 years ago, in the year 2022, we announced the groundbreaking policy statement on development of virtual assets in Hong Kong. And last year, we shared the plan to develop a new integrated fund platform for our market, which is done by HAEX, and Richard's here. And this year is no exception, and we are set to announce a policy statement for responsible use of AI in our financial service sector. This will be another important announcement from us, elaborating our policy stance on this very topic of global importance and interest. Hong Kong FinTech Week welcomes top technology leaders, policymakers, and investors from around the world for insightful discussions on the FinTech landscape. We are set to showcase individuals, rising stars, and innovations, propelling advancements in efficiency, scalability, and sustainability worldwide. During the event, we will explore how entrepreneurs and corporations are leveraging frontier technologies like AI, tokenization, and Web3 to craft innovative business models and capitalize on Asia's economic accession. Hong Kong always shows resilience and strength during challenging times. And Hong Kong has recently ran third, as highlighted by Alva, in the latest Global Financial Center Index around the globe, and first in the Asia-Pacific region in terms of FinTech. And on the latter count, Hong Kong rose 5 places to 9th, putting it among the top 10 FinTech hubs globally. This reflects the concerted efforts of the government, financial regulators, and industry players to promote FinTech development in Hong Kong. Over the past few months, we have introduced various initiatives to further cultivate a vibrant ecosystem for FinTech innovation, including expanding the cross-boundary ECNY pilot in Hong Kong, launching the new generative AI sandbox, as well as commencing phase 2 of the e-Hong Kong dollar pilot program, just to name a few. With its strategic location and robust financial infrastructure, Hong Kong emerges as a super connector and super value adder for FinTech. And Hong Kong is primed to lead this transformative journey to uncover the pathways to opportunities. Notably, we've witnessed strong interest from mainland's big tech companies, showcasing their latest innovations, underscoring how Chinese technology is shaping global finance future through cross-border collaborations and also cutting-edge technology integration. The mainland aside, Southeast Asia's rising stars will be present to showcase their tailored solutions for the region's unique markets, sharing success stories of fintech solutions crafted to meet the region's distinctive market needs. These vibrant discussions will highlight Southeast Asia's growing influence in the global fintech arena. The Middle East will also bring a wealth of strategic insights to the table, fostering innovation collaborations between Hong Kong and the region. Hong Kong FinTech Week 2024 promises to be a melting pot of ideas, innovations, and collaborations for global communities. Attendees will have the opportunity to explore how frontiers like AI, tokenization, blockchain, and green tech are tackling real-world challenges nowadays. Another standout feature of this week is the Greater Bay Area Day Visit, an inclusive tour inviting international financial leaders, investors, and tech founders to explore the innovation ecosystems across Guangzhou, Shenzhen, and Hong Kong. This excursion will facilitate collaboration, knowledge sharing, exploration of investment prospects, and also meaningful dialogues, fostering a day of productive networking. Through various initiatives aimed at attracting and retaining strategic companies and talent, we are ready for a positive result from the FinTech Week. And the event this year will pave the way for connected, efficient, and sustainable global economic growth from FinTech offering. I therefore extend a very warm welcome to all of you to join us. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hui. Now, it is my pleasure to invite representatives from Hong Kong Inc. to join us on stage to give us a sneak peek of what we can expect this year and what it means to illuminating new pathways in fintech. May I please invite to stage Mr. George Chow, Chief FinTech Officer of Hong Kong Monetary Authority. Ms. Elizabeth Wong, Director of Licensing and Head of FinTech Unit, Intermediaries of Securities and Futures Commission. Mr. Tony Chan, Associate Director, Policy and Legislation of Insurance Authority. Mr. Richard Leung, Group Chief Information Officer of Hong Kong Exchanges and Clearing Limited. Thank you, everyone. Please take a seat. As you all know, this year will be the 9th edition of Hong Kong FinTech Week. Mr. George Chow, could you share with us what updates can we expect on HKMA's latest initiatives at this year's conference?
Thank you for the question. It's my pleasure to be here and have the opportunity to share some of the highlights that maybe you can look forward in the coming FinTech Week. So approaching the 9th editions of the Hong Kong FinTech Week, it is remarkable to see how FinTech actually has evolved from a niche sector into an essential pillar of the global financial system. So the theme of this year is illuminating new pathways in fintech, not only just serve as a call for actions, I would say, but also reflect the industry commitment to explore a new avenues to redefine how we engage with the financial system. So and I truly believe that Hong Kong is in a unique positions to drive these missions. So in line with these missions, the HKMA has been making promising progress in terms of the fintech development in Hong Kong, particularly in some CBDC, that's central bank digital currency related initiatives. So the HKMA has been exploring CBDC since 2017. I would say 2024 has been a very challenging year to us, but also at the same time is a very exciting and rewarding year for us. So let me give you a very quick brief update regarding a couple of CBDC related projects. So first of all is a very famous bridge. It's called Project Bridge, which have been collaborating with central banks, with a couple of different jurisdictions, as well as BISI Hong Kong Centre since 2021. So it aims to address the key pain points of making payments to cross-border jurisdiction. The project has been developed from an innovative concept into a minimum viable product, what we so-called MVP stage. So it is now one of the most advanced multiple CBDC platform in the world. The second one is Project EHKD, which is also started in 2021, which is about studying the prospect of issuing the electronic versions of Hong Kong dollar in Hong Kong for the use by individuals and corporates. So last month, we announced the commencement of phase 2 of the project's pilot program to examine the commercial feasibility and scalability of different innovative use cases. So the project has also been renamed to Project EHKD Plus now, as it expands its coverage to not only EHKD, but also some other different forms of digital money, so such as tokenized deposit. So the last but not least is as we continue our CBDC journeys, we witnessed the significant progress in the private sector regarding the tokenization of digital assets. So therefore, we embarked our next chapter with a project ensemble in March this year, with the aims to exploring an innovative financial market infrastructure with the industry to facilitate a seamless interbank settlements of digital money using CBDC. So we will also explore different potential domestic and cross-border use cases in terms of the digital assets. So the status is that we have completed the building of the sandbox and is now conducting experimentation with industry party. So the project thanks for support from many different parties, including SFC. So thanks Elizabeth for that, and also we have got active participation from the industry. So we believe that the project ensemble will give us will represent a fresh impetus for the financial industry as well as the tokenization market in Hong Kong. So these are all just a glimpse of the exciting fintech development underway, and we look forward to sharing more experience and insights during the Hong Kong Fintech Week. It will feature a series of insightful dialogues between the HKMA as well as with the industry leaders. So the topic will cover data, Gen AI, payments, tokenization, CBDC, etc. And we will explore how we can harness innovation through collaborations. I always tell people that collaboration is the key to the success of the innovation. So these are we will bring us to create a brighter financial futures for everyone. So please stay tuned for the updates on the HKMA work at the Hong Kong Fintech Week, and we look forward to sharing our thoughts and insights for the future of fintech with everyone here. So thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chow. The past year has been filled with new pathways aimed at supporting industry growth. Ms. Elizabeth Wong, could you share with us what are you most looking forward to seeing this year, both at the event and beyond?
Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It's Hong Kong Fintech Week season again, and I have the pleasure to give some flavor of what Hong Kong Fintech Week will be about for the Securities and Futures Commission this year. The SFC's focus this year is our vision regarding the pathway for the fintech industry to flourish in Hong Kong. Our Executive Director of Intermediaries, Dr. Eric Yip, will give a speech on this topic, with a particular focus on the SFC's regulatory development journey with the virtual asset industry over the past year and beyond. I will also be moderating a roundtable on Project Ensemble on the tokenization of financial assets. On tokenization, I'm sure all of you will remember that last year, Fintech Week was all about tokenization for the SFC. The SFC continues to be very supportive of the industry taking the initiative to tokenize traditional financial instruments. Our vision is that, if developed and used correctly, distributed ledger technology may become embedded in the financial markets as critical infrastructure. To enable the industry to experiment with certainty, the SFC issued 2 circulars on tokenization last year, one at the intermediaries business level and one at the SFC authorized products level, providing guidance to the industry on how it should address and manage new risks arising from the use of this new technology. To bring the SFC's efforts in tokenization into realization, the SFC is a core member of the architecture community of HKMA's Project Ensemble, with the SFC co-leading tokenization initiatives for the asset management industry with the HKMA. We are excited to take this big step forward to build and scale the tokenization market in Hong Kong. The launch of Project Ensemble is critical in building the architecture for Hong Kong's tokenization ecosystem, which is a pivotal step in establishing a standard for the settlement of transactions in tokenized assets. The SFC will work closely with the HKMA to provide regulatory guidance and address the industry's concerns that arise from these cases. We look forward to continuing our discussions on new tokenization ideas with the fintech industry. On the regulatory front, since the introduction of a new licensing regime in Hong Kong under the Anti-Money Laundering Ordinance in June 2023, 11 virtual asset trading platforms have been deemed to be licensed applicants under the new regime. In addition to these 11 applicants, we are considering the license applications of 5 other applicants. I am also very happy to share that we most recently licensed a 3rd VATP in early October. With so many applications in the pipeline, the SFC has innovated its licensing process for virtual asset trading platforms. Over the past few months, the SFC made use of its wide range of regulatory tools and conducted a number of on-site inspections on these deemed applicants. The objective of the inspections was to obtain first-hand knowledge about the actual operations of the applicants, with a focus on the applicants' safeguarding of client assets processes and cybersecurity systems and controls, which are fundamental to safeguarding of investor interests. With such first-hand understanding, the licensing process could be accelerated while upholding investor protection. The SFC's license application work is ongoing, but with an accelerated licensing process, this will enable the SFC to also place emphasis on market development. Which brings me to the SFC's vision for the virtual asset industry in Hong Kong. As you may be aware, the SFC is working closely with the government on whether and how to regulate other virtual asset activities in Hong Kong. The SFC is a firm believer that bringing virtual asset service providers into a well-balanced regulatory fold is the pathway for embracing innovation and instilling trust in the virtual asset ecosystem. With the SFC's accumulated experience in regulating virtual asset trading platforms and on the principle of same business, same risk, same rules, the SFC is actively considering how to bring other virtual asset activities into a regulatory regime, balancing market development and investor protection, and whether and how to expand the types of services and products that can be provided by existing licensees. With this teaser, I'll stop here. So please stay tuned to find out more about the SFC's vision at the Hong Kong Fintech Week this year, and see you all then. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Wong. The insurance industry is always a driving force, leading new pathways. With one of the dedicated forums for InsurTech this year at Hong Kong Fintech Week, Mr. Tony Chan, what are you looking forward to in shaping the future of insurance?
Thank you. First of all, I would like to express our gratitude to the Invest Hong Kong for providing a dedicated insurance tech platform this year. So actually, this also indicates the essential role of both the business and the technology advancement has played into the insurance sector in Hong Kong. We see that the insurance sector has made use of a number of technology innovation to reshape customer interactions with insurance services. Currently, 80% of the insurers leverage digital platform for customer acquisitions and service delivery, and with 70% of them to sustain technology and investment over the next 3 years. Additionally, 12% has already planned to expand their workforce within the technology and digital domains. So let me quote some examples, which include the shift towards the interaction in the value chain, which has enhanced efficiency and customer experience. telematics and wearable device enable personalized and usage-based insurance models, and the deployment of blockchain technology to facilitate claims transactions and fraud prevention. With the wide use of the open API in the insurance sector, data connectivity has been further enhanced, enabling insurance companies to form partnership with the third-party service provider to provide innovative services. In addition, we see that emerging technologies like AI are gaining wider adoption in the market, which we are also exploring with the industry, the use of AI-powered federated learning to provide valuable underwriting insights without infringing personal privacy. The insurance industry is increasingly leveraging technologies to illuminate new pathways, shaping the future of insurance. As advanced technology continues to evolve, we anticipate a transition within the insurance sector towards a more customer-centric, intelligence-based, and data-driven approach. In IA's plan, we aim to foster a conducive environment, which includes, for this year, we have just updated the guideline on cybersecurity to bolster operational resilience and support insurers in addressing cybersecurity threats by rectifying system vulnerability. Next year, we will publish a white paper jointly with the ASCI on the federated learning to promote data analytics without privacy concerns, based on new and alternative sources of data such as clinical data for claims analysis, lifestyle data for customer behavior analysis, and credit data for policy renewal predictions. And also next year, we will also promote the use of the responsible adoption of the AI. So for the InsurTech Forum this year, audience will be able to hear from the industry leaders their insights on future insurance and discover how tech advancements are redefining underwriting, risk assessment, and data management alongside the insurance value chain. We are pleased to have CEOs from the leading insurers and key industry experts sharing their insights, particularly on how cutting-edge technologies like AI are merging with data to drive the next generation of innovation in the insurance market. Our CEO, Mr. Clement Cheung, will also share his visions about the insurance market and InsurTech development in his keynotes at the forum. So we look forward to inspiration that can spark the muse of the fintech world and bring forth more novel ideas in the financial sector. So see you all at the FinTech Week. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chan. With the new theme, Illuminating New Pathways in FinTech, Mr. Richard Leung, can you share with us what does this mean to you and what areas will you be exploring under it?
Thank you very much. At HAEX, this signifies the harnessing of cutting-edge technology to enhance market efficiency and also unlock new growth opportunities. HAEX is essentially a fintech company. Many of our core trading and market systems are developed in-house, where we apply the latest technologies to ensure that the Hong Kong's financial markets remain highly competitive, efficient, and globally attractive, both now and in the future. As we are finding new pathways as we continue to grow, from listing digitalization to our new IPO platform, from the electronic trading system for our cash market in Hong Kong to the LME Select platform for the London Metal Exchange, we have proven ourselves with the capabilities and experience to build platforms and solutions to address the needs of our global clients. We have just announced the development of our new derivatives platform, ODP, which gives us a unique competitive advantage in the global derivative space, strengthening Hong Kong's capability to support the needs of global investors and cement Hong Kong's leading position as Asia's risk management hub and an international financial center. We are still developing the ODP platform, and the FinTech Week Hong Kong serves as an excellent opportunity for us to gather insights from the fintech community about the latest technology to ensure the system is fit for purpose and future ready. Beyond systems developments, fintech offers significant opportunities to enhance our operations and explore new business ventures. Digital transformation. We're investing in cutting-edge technologies such as generative AI and blockchain to streamline operations, enhance market monitoring and cybersecurity, and also provide better service to our client. In terms of data, our day-to-day operations are gathering tremendous amount of data. While the availability of new data analytic technologies and tools, we are also exploring ways to provide better insight to the market and the investors. More importantly, as a leading global IPO center, HKEX provides fertile ground for fintech companies to grow and connect with international investors. Over the years, HKEX has introduced various listing reform to support the fundraising needs of new economy companies. Our latest listing chapter for pre-commercialized specialist technology companies such as AI and green technologies is gaining traction as this cutting-edge industry continues to expand. Collaboration is a key of our success. We look forward to working with fintech companies, technology providers, and academic institutions to foster innovation and drive the development of new financial technologies. Working together, we can create a vibrant fintech ecosystem that benefits all stakeholders. The theme illustrating new pathways in fintech is more than just a slogan to us. It embodies our vision for the future. At HKEX, we are enthusiastic about the potential of fintech and are dedicated to exploring new avenues that will create a more inclusive, efficient, and sustainable financial system. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Liang, and all our guests for sharing. Please be seated. As we count down to the 9th edition of Hong Kong FinTech Week, we anticipate a bigger than ever event with greater impact. Next, I would like to invite Mr. Anthony Sarr, co-founder and chief executive officer, the FinTech Week appointed event organizer, FinnoFirst, to give us an exclusive preview of Hong Kong FinTech Week.
Hello, everyone. My name is Anthony Sarr, and I'm a co-founder and CEO of the FinnoVerse, and we are very privileged to work closely with the government and the regulators and the private sector to deliver this year's Hong Kong FinTech Week. And I'm not going to dive into technicalities and all those agenda and speakers details, but over the next couple of minutes, I just want to give you a glimpse of the most exciting new things that we want to introduce at this FinTech Year's event. Now, Hong Kong FinTech Week became, de facto, the largest technology and business event in Hong Kong. And this year, we're really pushing the limits, going beyond any other previous records. And we're expecting to bring together over 30,000 attendees coming from more than 100 economies. And the key thing is the together, because Hong Kong FinTech Week is a very unique platform where you can see the regulators and government from Hong Kong, from mainland China, from all over the world, sharing the stage with technology leaders, with the traditional finance institutions, with the cutting-edge entrepreneurs, investors. And what is exciting about that, but every one of you might be different views on how this industry should develop. But FinTech Week provides this unique platform where we can have a dialogue and share and learn from each other how we can drive this industry going further. So as I said, over 30,000 people we expect this year, by far the record number, with over 800 speakers joining this year's FinTech Week, coming from more than 100 economies. And just to give you a little bit of a glimpse of the destinations that our participants and attendees and sponsors and speakers are coming from. And we have a growing number of attendees coming from Middle East, from Southeast Asia, but also from all the parts of the world. One of the exciting highlights of this year's FinTech Week is the final of the global fast track. A global fast track is the program, the initiative by Hong Kong government and Finaverse to scout for more than 500 startups across the world in fintech space that we carefully selected and we invited to participate. And we've chosen 50, almost 60 top startups that we are bringing to Hong Kong FinTech Week stage this year for the final competition. Of course, Hong Kong FinTech Week will be leveraging on its very, very big advantage. We're just next to the home of one of the most exciting destinations for innovations in the world in mainland China. And I'm proud to say that this year we are experiencing a record number of companies coming from mainland China. And of course, it's not only the giants like Ant Group and Tencent and Xiaomi, but also Beijing, Zhongguancun, bringing delegation of dozens fintech companies to Hong Kong FinTech Week. And on the third day of the FinTech Week, we are actually taking our international attendees directly to Shenzhen and Guangzhou, to Greater Bay Area, that they will be able to really experience from the first hand by meeting with executives of companies like ByteDance and Tencent, how the innovation in this space is currently happening in mainland China. Now, we're introducing a very new way how we deliver the content and stages this year. It's the first time we are actually launching 8 different forums across 7 stages. Never been that many stages in Hong Kong FinTech Week. And we're delving into different aspects of financial services and insurance, ranging from payment to blockchain, digital assets, wealth tech, insurtech. And so you would be able to dive into every vertical or sub-vertical of the financial services industry. And you can also notice that we are drawing inspiration from the ancient Chinese philosophy of Wuxi and also Yin Yang to assign each of this area within the Hong Kong FinTech Week with the different elements representing the Chinese culture. So this is very, very unique flavor of Hong Kong that we want to share with all global participants. Now, we have almost more than 100 hours of content prepared for you, but content speakers, it's very important, but when it comes to events, in the essence, it's an opportunity to meet in person. And we are really working hard to really reimagine this experience, providing everyone with the great opportunity to meet, to build the relationships, to build friendships. And with this, we are introducing multiple different events to give you opportunity to mingle and build this long-lasting relationship. And it goes across the whole week. We expect over 50 satellite events. And each day it will be very, very packed, busy week, from networking nights and investor nights, even running in the harbor. We're even building a basketball court in the middle of the Hong Kong FinTech Week venue, where we will be hosting a competition, the charity tournament, where all boys and girls who are working in the finance and technology and Web3 space will be competing for the Web3 on 3 competition. So I will invite you, please. It will be a fantastic time. I myself trained so hard, so I haven't broken my fingers. So I'm not going to share all the secrets to you, but I can assure you it will be a very, very exciting week. And I'm looking forward to see you at the Hong Kong FinTech Week. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sarr. Please remain on stage for moderating the next panel. I'd like to invite our sponsors to join us on stage. May I please invite on stage Mr. Bojan Obradovic, Chief Digital Officer of HSBC Hong Kong. Ms. Esther Mai, Head Digital Banking, Client Experience and Analytics of Standard Chartered Bank. Mr. Arnold Chow, General Manager, Personal Digital Banking Product Department, Bank of China, Hong Kong. Ms. Sarah Oh, Head of Digital Growth of Citibank, Hong Kong. Ms. Jennifer Tan, Greater Bay Area Executive Vice President, Strategy Development and Government Affairs of Ant Group. Mr. Yam Ki Chan, Asia Pacific Vice President of Circle.
All right, so we are moving to another exciting conversation now with all distinguished partners, and we have a very diverse group of speakers today. And I would like to perhaps start with Boyan as a Chief Digital Officer at HSBC. I would like to ask you in regards to one of the main topics at this year's Hong Kong FinTech Week, which is around the digital assets and tokenization. Could you share your vision towards the digital assets tokenization and how it shapes the financial landscape from HSBC perspective?
Certainly. First of all, congrats on the launch of the 9th edition of Hong Kong FinTech Week. And just to say that we at HSBC are proud strategic sponsors once again of this year's event, and we really look forward to that. So first of all, as a global systemic important bank and one of the largest global financial services institutions, we're continuously looking at disruptive technology advancements that are and trends that are actually either just disrupting financial services or advancing financial services in some regard. And as part of that process, several years ago as a bank, we've recognized the transformative potential of distributed ledger technology that it may have and its potential to feature as one of the future state components of capital markets and banking infrastructure. Now, this potential is recognized through potential efficiency gains that are unlocked by formation of digital assets through tokenization that can unlock new liquidity pools and more efficient capital markets, but also in potential creation of new payment rails that are enabled by formation of digital money that would enable you to atomically settle those digital assets, create 24/7 transactions, but equally potentially enable more efficient payments cross-border in particular across the world. We, as a Bank of Hong Kong, also recognize Hong Kong's ambition to become a virtual asset hub, which of course makes sense because Hong Kong is one of the leading financial markets in the world, and it is also Hong Kong's opportunity to future-proof its infrastructure and ensure that it's banking on some of the same disruptive technologies, and we're broadly supportive of that. Now, there are a lot of activities happening, but I'll highlight a couple that are very pertinent as far as HSBC is concerned. We are investing in tokenization of real-world assets and securities. Earlier this year, we became the first bank in Hong Kong that has issued a first real-world tokenized asset with our HSBC Gold token offering, which is essentially tokenized gold that enables our retail clients to buy claim of physical gold and ownership of physical gold and value of physical gold through that token. And actually, in my opinion, this is the easiest way to buy gold in Hong Kong today, and actually brings to life the benefits of tokenization by fragmenting physical ownership of those gold bars and, for example, offering ticket sizes that are as low as $2. We've also invested in a tokenization platform that enables us to tokenize securities. We've partnered with the Hong Kong government, the Hong Kong regulators to issue a multi-currency digital green bond earlier this year with $6 billion. And we're using this platform for our future pipeline of digital bond and digital security tokenization initiatives. And finally, just to say that we're very actively involved in all of the digital money initiatives that are taking place, and many of which George has highlighted earlier in the previous panel. Project Ensemble enables us to build our own tokenized deposit capabilities, but also help Hong Kong authorities build their interoperability layer. We're active participants in Project EHKD+. We're active participants in Project Enbridge, and we will continue to help Hong Kong make this journey come to fruition.
Thank you, Boyan. Now, it's very exciting to see the development of the industry over the 9 years ago. I wouldn't imagine HSBC will be speaking of digital assets back then, but it's exciting to see. And to just deeper into this topic, I'd like to turn to Jennifer. And Ant Group is, for most of you, may be well known for that payment arm with Alipay. But very few people know that Ant Group is actively investing in tokenization of real-world assets technology. What's your take on this topic from more of technology company perspective?
First, I'm actually very excited to be here as a diamond sponsor, representing Ant Digital Technologies. Unlike HSBC, for Ant, this is our first time joining Hong Kong FinTech Week as a sponsor. We consider this is a very fantastic platform for us to showcase our innovations, especially around digital real-world asset, which what we call RWAs. And it's also a great opportunities for us to highlight how we are transforming from transforming the financial landscape beyond just payment. Because a lot of people, when they're talking about ads, they always think, just Alipay, okay, just payment. Talking about, RWA, we all know that, this is the token, the tangible assets, using the, being digitized using blockchain technology. As Bob Yang mentioned that, it actually enhanced, transparency, enhanced accessibility, and also fractional ownership. And so, from our point of view is that with this, it actually opened up a new, investment venue because it making, people easier to invest in assets without having, to buy the whole asset. And according to some consulting firm, the BCG, they have an estimate about what is the the total market cap of RWA by 2030. It's a huge amount because they predict that's around they will up to about like US dollar 16 trillion, okay, which is about like 10% global GDP. Okay, of course, there are different reports, but you can see that there's a very strong belief in this RWAs, and then you're talking, okay, why for Ant, why we were interested in this because as a technology company, we have strong belief that we need to use technology to fulfill our users' demands and also to improve the user experience. So over the years, we heavily invest in technology. And, not sure everyone know about that. Just a little bit, give me a little bit commercial times. We are number one. We are number one as a service provider in China's blockchain as a service market. We have been, ranked first globally in blockchain patents for 4 consecutive years. And we already have over 5,000 blockchain patents, authorized patents. And we are also number one in China in the multiple party computing industry. And we are also the market leader in the enterprise fraud management. So we invest a lot in the technology, and we believe for RWA, actually it's also rely on a lot of technology like blockchain, IoT, AI, and also smart contract. What we want to do is to enrich, first the asset portfolio and also the user's choice. And as a technology company, we're always thinking about how to fulfill, when we talk about the gap, okay, that's a gap. And we think we can do better. And talking about why we choose Hong Kong, okay, we consider Hong Kong is a very strategic location for RWA. Several reasons. First, we have very strong, regulatory support in Hong Kong. Now, we heard about, George talking about Project Ensemble. We are also a very active participant there. And also, recently, with the support of not only Hong Kong MA, but also FSC, we launched the first cross-border RWA in Hong Kong. Although, the size is only about RMB 100 million, but we believe this is a very strong, strong indication. There's a market that's ready. There's sufficient interest there. And second thing is, Hong Kong originally, we are already at IFC. We actually have very strong infrastructure. We have very strong, talent base here. So this is a perfect place, to grow RWA. And thirdly is we have lots of this, mainland Chinese companies because our RWA actually is partner with Longshine, which is a company in China specialized in EV station. So, just imagine so many, mainland Chinese enterprises, they can offer a very, diverse range of assets which making the appeal of RWAs. And of course, fourthly, is because in Hong Kong we have so many events like this one, which helps to as I say help to encourage industry collaboration, and also bring the public awareness. And joining, as I say, joining the first time Hong Kong FinTech Week as a sponsor, we expect that we can engage more discussion with industry leaders. And also another thing is to work together to grow Hong Kong to become out of a hub.
Thank you, Jennifer. In fact, together, as I said, is one of the key words of this year's Hong Kong FinTech Week. Now, we heard from the traditional financial institution and from a leading technology company. I want to now switch to a crypto-native company. As the topic of stablecoins is becoming a mainstream recently, and it will be one of the key focus of the Hong Kong FinTech Week, followed by the fact that Hong Kong regulators are considering issuing the first licenses and following recent regulatory consultations. Now, Yam, as Vice President for Asia Pacific at Circle, do you think we're prepared for widespread adoption of stablecoins among the business and individuals? And additionally, what do you think the role of Hong Kong in this process?
Thanks for the question, Anthony. First, it's an honor to be here, and Circle is the first time sponsoring the Hong Kong FinTech Week, like Ant, and we're a proud sponsor of the event. So first, come. 3 quick points. I think, first of all, it is really important to have a clear regulatory framework that's interoperable with major jurisdictions around the world to support the adoption of stablecoins. Major jurisdictions from Europe to UAE to Japan to Singapore and to Hong Kong will either have or will have very soon in place a regulated framework for fiat reference stablecoin. That's important. The second piece is that there's already significant adoption around digital assets and around stablecoins. And Asia is actually leading in this effort. In Asia, today, there is around 29% of the digital asset values that are received are actually in Asia, compared to 22% in Europe or 19% in North America. So Asia is already adopting and leading the pathway for digital asset adoption. Additionally, 46% of Asia's 1.8 billion internet-enabled users already have a traditional digital wallet. Many of these will be upgraded to a Web3-based wallet very, very soon, enabling them to be able to transact, save, spend in various money and digital assets. And then thirdly, we're seeing high demand for digital dollars, such as USDC, in the use of various transactions, such as virtual asset trading, cross-border payments, trade financing, and remittances. And this is the reason why Circle is in growth mode, and growth mode here in Asia Pacific. My CEO, Jeremy Allaire, will be speaking at Hong Kong FinTech Week, and we'll talk about some of how stablecoin is enabling that growth here in Asia. And we'll be making a number of announcements and partnerships with Hong Kong-based firms here in Asia Pacific that we're really excited about. Hong Kong as an international financial hub, as one of the largest capital markets with dollar clearing, is uniquely placed to be a virtual asset hub in the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Yam. And I can't just stop off thinking while you were speaking, Yam, that interestingly, a few years back, all bankers were wearing tie while crypto companies were in T-shirts. But we see the quite opposite now. There's this bankers becoming more crypto and the crypto becoming more compliant, which is great. Now, I think we talked enough about the blockchain. There's so many other topics which we want to give you a little bit of a preview. And one of the key themes of this year's FinTech Week will be around open banking. And of course, that Hong Kong regulators are actively establishing a framework that enables this sharing of customer information across various banks and fintech companies. Now, Sarah, as head of digital growth at Citi, I know that this the topic of open APIs is very close to your heart, and Citi have been one of the early movers in that space and became one of the global leaders. Why do you think why do you consider it crucial to address this topic at the Hong Kong FinTech Week this year?
So thank you, Anthony. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Firstly, I'd like to extend our acknowledgement to the organizers, right, and extend our heartfelt appreciation to the organizers for curating an impressive lineup for the upcoming 2024 FinTech Week. I know you're not giving away the secrets, but it's looking very exciting with the basketball in the middle. Now, Hong Kong is a leading financial hub globally. So the Hong Kong FinTech Week 2024 is a highly anticipated global event. You're bringing together global fintech partners to collaborate, and you're also fostering a very vibrant Hong Kong fintech ecosystem. So as such, Citi is very proud to pledge our support for 8 years in a row. So not first year.
Start somewhere.
Yes, start somewhere. So 8 years in a row, we are very proud to be able to be part of this. And Citi as a global bank, we are committed to nurturing fintech partnerships. Now, this is important to us because it accelerates the development of innovative capabilities to address the evolving needs of our customers. And then this will eventually expedite the growth of the entire Hong Kong fintech ecosystem. So in line with this commitment, we launched a digital wealth capability earlier in July this year. It is called Wealth 360. It is on this Citi mobile app. And now this initiative is part of the IADS, Interbank Account Data Sharing pilot program. I got to get it right in front of him. As this is based on the open API framework introduced by the Hong Kong MA. Now what it does is the Wealth 360 gives our customer the option to give consent and link the deposit accounts from other banks onto the Citi mobile app. So everything happens on one app. And the customer can then go through the same app and check the account status, balance, or transaction details all on one app. The feature Wealth 360 also offers personalized financial insights based on the customer's spending habits. Now, why is this important to us? Because Citi believes that by harnessing the transformative power of open banking, we empower the customer. We allow the customer to be able to see the total wealth portfolio in a holistic manner, and more importantly, empower the customer to take charge of their financial well-being. So since we launched this, we have actually very good positive feedback from our customers, and we have seen the customers' engagement and the users go up by almost twofold for this feature. So definitely open banking will be part of the Citi showcase at the FinTech Week. We're not going to tell you any more as well. But we will look forward to sharing more best practices as well as the learnings on open banking with everyone. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Sarah. And of course, everyone asking when we're going to talk about the AI. AI is the hottest, the sexiest topic nowadays, of course. And I'm glad that we have Esther with us, the head of digital banking at Standard Chartered, which is also a very long-time supporter of the Hong Kong FinTech Week, who is also an expert on this topic. And could you please share your thoughts on the most critical elements of specifically generative AI, real practical applications? Because there's a lot of debates, a lot of experimentation, but very few successful applications, and I know that you have already a certain track record.
Yes, thank you, Anthony, and thank you for having me today. I have to confess, I lost count, how many years Standard Chartered has sponsored FinTech Week. But it has been a very memorable journey, and I actually look forward to the 10th anniversary next year. So this year is the 9th. Standard Chartered has been very devoted, to mobile and digital development for our customers. We launched the new mobile app this year, and we also significantly uplifted our digital sales and marketing capabilities. So if any one of you have the chance to try out our app, we are now able to use more super real-time and personalized messages to engage with our customers. And we are also able to give them really tailor-made, advices. We are there. IADS, Citi is the first. We'll come the second. So what I'm very eager, actually, to share that, as you all know, Standard Chartered has a very broad customer base. And if we look at, the digital adoption, of our customer base, actually, in the first 9 months of this year, over 70% of our customers are mobile or digital active. If we translate into real numbers, we are talking about 1.2 million customers using our digital platform every month. Is a very impressive number, and we also know that actually our customers, they are growing with us. They are embracing the digital technology. So that's why we are very, very engaged and committed to the entire fintech agenda of the industry. To name a few, so IADS, we will be launching IADS, the data consumer module journey for our retail customers within this quarter. We are also participating in the eHong Kong Dollar Plus pilot program. This time we'll test out, the tokenization, of the digital assets, in the retail banking journey. And we are also a community members, one of the community members of Project Ensemble, that we hope that we can help shape the industry standard and test out a few ideas, around wholesale CBDC. And one last thing I want to share before I jump into generative AI is that we are also very, very proud to be the only bank in the first batch of the HKMA stablecoin issuer sandbox. That we hope that we can really test out the use case of the idea of universal stablecoin. So actually, all these leads us to think of what's next. If you ask me personally, I am very excited about Gen AI because everybody is talking about Gen AI. And we all know that it is a very, very powerful tool. And Standard Chartered is actually working with a few prominent industry players on a few use cases. So we are actually looking at it from all angles. So that includes the business applications, the technology stack, ecosystems, and most importantly, the risk and control. Because literally, my team always come to me and say, "Oh, we want to test out, the capability of Gen AI on this and that." I told them, actually, I don't think there is anything that Gen AI couldn't do if we can imagine. But the essence is, how can we embrace this technology so that we can take the best out of it, but then at the same time also balance the customer's best interest. And so that we are very happy that we have the HKMA Gen AI sandbox that we want to leverage on to achieve two things. First is obviously to elevate our customers' experience via this technology. There are tons of use cases that we can do. And secondly is we want to leverage on the sandbox to try out, how we can bring the best from Gen AI, but at the same time also adopt a responsible AI governance standards. We hope that we can help shape, the idea, around that. And in the coming Hong Kong FinTech Week, obviously we will showcase, some of the work that we have done, and we also want to create the opportunities for our guests to really experience, what it means by responsible AI. Hopefully we can. We'll have some simulations around that. And we are also very proud to be the theme sponsor of this year. So at our advanced tech stage, you name it Moon just now, the Moon area, we have invited actually some heavyweight, industry leaders and speakers, on Gen AI, to share with us their views, the trends, and how Hong Kong as a whole can maximize this technology and opportunities, but at the same time set the role model, probably not only for Hong Kong, but for the region, how we can play this well and bring the best to our customers. So I would say it's a lot happening, and together, with the runs and the basketball, I'm really excited about that, and I hope to see everybody on the Hong Kong FinTech Week. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Esther. Now, as I briefly mentioned, we experienced a record number of companies and technology leaders, business leaders coming from mainland China to this year's Hong Kong FinTech Week. And when we think about mainland China, Greater Bay Area, first comes to mind is the Bank of China. Of course, is often recognized for its role in this region. Arnold, as a general manager of the Bank of China, Hong Kong, where do you see the greatest potential for tech and finance within the JBA? And what should the global audience coming to Hong Kong FinTech Week consider when exploring opportunities in this region during the FinTech Week?
Thank you, Anthony. And first of all, thank you, Alpha and Invest Hong Kong, for organizing such a tremendous and flagship event for Hong Kong. I think it is a good time to celebrate the success we have been over the technology. In a nutshell, BOCHK has been and will accelerate our investment and adoption of technology to further cement our first, number one, leadership position in cross-border business, particularly Greater Bay Area and offshore renminbi. So there are three key words. One, leadership. Second, opportunities. And number three, I will talk about how we accelerate to meet the client needs. First of all, leadership. I think for Bank of China Hong Kong, like Anthony said, for cross-border business, people talk about BOCHK. Yes, we have been very niche and pioneer in a lot of cross-border business and renminbi business. We're the first bank to pilot ECNY use cases. We've been the first bank to launch remote account service opening for Hong Kong residents into mainland, and vice versa. A lot of mainland customers going to Hong Kong. We are also the first bank and the only bank right now to offer such full digital journey for account opening. So this is I will not list them all, but obviously this is why we have the leadership position, which is accumulated for over a decade, but not just a few months of hard work. Speaking of leadership, not just to mention on niche and first mover. Second is in terms of market share. This month obviously marked the third year anniversary of the Wealth Management Connect. Since day one till today, our group is still number one in market leading position in terms of market share. If you look at renminbi insurance and digital insurance, we have been number one for a lot of consecutive years. I lose my count as well. So obviously for renminbi and cross-border, it has been our blood and then DNA. And this is why we focus a lot on investments, and we will continue. The reason why, second, which is the opportunities. We estimated that in Hong Kong, there are more than 3.5 million Hong Kong residents who have been actively or passively using renminbi since last year, which is not difficult to imagine, right? A lot of weekend tourists, a lot of online shopping, right? So, I mean, renminbi usage is now on day-to-day basis. And I think that it also implies a lot of potential as well, which is not to mention on the northbound. If you look at the southbound, we already had a huge base of cross-border GBA clients, but as of last month, we also record 40% year-on-year growth in terms of the base. So which is a huge amount of potential and coming forward. And these kind of opportunities translate to why we will continue to accelerate our adoption and technology. Speaking of the potential, opportunities is not just on quantity, but quality of the customers. With the help of the government and regulators, we heard about a lot of top talent schemes, right? Different talent engagement schemes. We obviously have a huge potential from these high-income, highly educated, young customers from mainland China. So this is why this translates to opportunities for future growth. So number three, which is last but not least, is on why and how we accelerate. And not to mention on the techie guys and to mention on the AIs and all that. Obviously, we use a mix of technologies ranging from AI and data and blockchain and all that. The reason why we have to achieve four purposes. One is the capacity. Second, efficiency. Number three is the quality and the value added to the customers as well. And obviously the accuracy and the quality of the client experience. BOCHK is looking forward in the coming panels and event to share more how we bring this into lives. But thank you again, Anthony.
Thank you, Arnold. Well, today we discussed a lot the importance of partnerships, collaborations. I've heard this word very often from different speakers. And I think what's important to look even not towards the FinTech Week, but what's next after FinTech Week, how we can continue, how we can build on top of that platform this more collaboration and work together to deliver something really amazing for Hong Kong. Maybe I have a last question, probably I'll address to Boyan. And what's your vision on how we all together, all these different diverse players, regulators, and how we can work together on for the next big thing for Hong Kong?
Sure. So first of all, Hong Kong FinTech Week itself needs to be the pinnacle event that demonstrates and showcases Hong Kong's FinTech leadership position, but also beyond FinTech, its position with respect to being a leading digital and innovation hub. More than just measuring the number of participants that we have, a number of speakers, we need to measure the impact that this event has. It's this impact that's going to be a catalyst for economic growth that can be seen from the new partnerships that are going to be formed as a result of this event, from new business ventures that are going to be formed as a result of this event, from attraction of investment, attraction of new companies that are going to come to Hong Kong, attraction of entrepreneurs that are going to come to Hong Kong and set up shop here, then therefore attract talent. This actually is a great platform for all of us here to also tell a unique story of Hong Kong, its unique position, but showcase that ability of Hong Kong to actually demonstrate its leadership position. Now, Alpha has mentioned earlier today that we are one of the leading international finance hubs and one of the leading fintech hubs of the world. But actually more than that, Hong Kong is also one of the leading emerging startup ecosystems in the world. We've seen over the last decade, Hong Kong produced 12 unicorns. That is the highest number of unicorns produced by any of the emerging startup ecosystems in the world. There are over 1,000 fintechs here. And therefore, what you see here is strong momentum from Hong Kong. It's got the growth trajectory, but in my view, it also has all of the important ingredients to continue on this path, because this digital innovation is not just about future-proofing Hong Kong's international finance center as one of the pillars of the economic strategy, but it's also an excellent opportunity for us to diversify the Hong Kong's economic position, as well as create new opportunities for growth in that segment. So this event serves as an excellent purpose for us to achieve that. What I would say is, and I'm just very conscious of time, there are many things that we can collectively do, but I'll highlight 2 or 3 that are quite important and not in a particular order. First and foremost, Hong Kong needs to continue to attract the world's leading digital technology and innovation companies to come to Hong Kong, entrepreneurs to come to Hong Kong and set up shop here. As I mentioned, not only does that drive economic output and attracts talent to come here by creating job opportunities, but actually something that often gets underestimated is these companies also bring to Hong Kong the necessary know-how and capabilities that are needed for all of us in the ecosystem to cultivate the ecosystem, to accelerate the ecosystem, and that's something that's seen as quite important. Secondly, I think we've mentioned it a few times, we need to continue to capitalize on Hong Kong's unique position as an international finance center, which is actually an underpinning foundational layer for any digital innovations, but also its unique position with respect to the world's position with respect to opening to the international and Chinese corridors. Let's not forget that China actually houses 4 of the world's largest top 40 startup ecosystems, one of which is Shenzhen, which is right next to Hong Kong, as part of the overall Greater Bay Area story, and that's a significant opportunity. But it also houses several emerging startup ecosystems that Hong Kong can leverage. And Hong Kong has got that excellent platform to help the Chinese entrepreneurs, Chinese companies, Chinese tech companies who are going to be part of this event to use this as a launchpad to internationalize to other markets globally, but also international companies who are coming to Hong Kong to engage with the Chinese innovators, Chinese tech developments, and that's Hong Kong's unique position. And finally, just to close this off, actually, we just need to continue collectively having continued focus and investment in these type of initiatives for Hong Kong. That includes providing, for example, greater access to funding abilities, either through venture capital or through various schemes that either the private sector or the public sector can generate. strong private-public sector partnership is going to be key to the success. Investment into initiatives like Hong Kong FinTech Week, in my view, are significant. And therefore, actually, all of us here in this room who are participating, who are sponsoring these events, who are going to be speaking or engaging in these events, have to leverage this event to engage with other disruptors, entrepreneurs, incumbents, just to hear out from their perspective, how are they using these disruptive technologies to advance their business and learn, engage. So we're, at HSBC, our strategic sponsorship, the highest tier sponsorship of this event, is a testament to our commitment to Hong Kong's drive to become a fintech hub and a leading digital hub globally, and we're delighted to be a part of it again.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, all the great speakers we have today. This is a very, very tiny preview of all these amazing topics that we can dive into at this year's FinTech Week. So we'll look forward to hear more. And please join us at the FinTech Week in late October. Thank you.
Thank you to our esteemed sponsors for your support for ensuring the success of this event and for us to gain a better understanding from the industry's perspective. Please kindly take a seat. Finally, I would like to invite Mr. King Leung, Global Head of Financial Services, FinTech and Sustainability at Invest Hong Kong, to share a few final words.
Wow. What do you think? Now, first of all, I've been so privileged to work at Invest Hong Kong and our amazing team. I have to tell you, right after the FinTech Week last year, our team already started thinking about this year. And as a matter of fact, when we look at the FinTech, the content, the theme, and so on, we were thinking a bit higher. We want to elevate our ambition. And this is no longer just about FinTech. This is about our pride, the Hong Kong mojo. Now, of course, the past few years has not been easy. We have a bit of a headwind. What we'd like to accomplish with the FinTech Week is not by showcasing what we're good at, but it's also about bringing the pride to people working in Hong Kong, and also to a lot of international folks who used to work in Hong Kong and love the city. So that's why, as we have been going through this brainstorming since December last year, we work with different colleagues across the ecosystem, including the folks at, for example, HKUST. Now, one of the things that we're working with HKUST is to tally up all the great things that we have done in the financial services innovation and FinTech over the past many years. And guess what? Our colleagues at HKUST have compiled our documents by now up to 40 pages of amazing accomplishments. Again, there's the Smart Banking Initiative, the Project Ensemble, the VA, a lot of universities, different mentorship programs, you name it. We got 40 pages of amazing achievements. So then we ask ourselves, are there something that we as Hong Kongers can be truly proud of? And the list is very long. As a matter of fact, I think the Project Ensemble, and is, again, truly world-class. I think George is being very humble, and Elizabeth. At the same time, we also look at some international ranking. For instance, there's this UK media that is very well respected in Europe. It's called Finastra. And they've been doing this essentially study that basically rank all the major international financial centers when it comes to AI adoption. And guess what? Hong Kong is ranked globally #1. Of all the major IFCs, Hong Kong is #1 when it comes to AI adoption. So the list goes on. We got the #1 blockchain university in Hong Kong called PolyU, globally #1. So as we went through all these great accomplishments, we want to, again, make sure that all these great things that we can be proud of can be showcased, again, at the FinTech Week. And also, this is not about just FinTech. It's about connecting today with the future. So in a way, if we were to change the name, what could that be? This is almost like the future of finance, that we are really showcasing what could be possible going forward. Now, to close, there are two groups of people we'd like to have a shout out to them. For the international guests, seeing is believing. So we welcome the international guests from over 100 economies to come to Hong Kong to witness themselves the amazing accomplishments and all the great things that Hong Kong can contribute to the financial service sector and by extension, the rest of the world economy. and for all of us living in Hong Kong. So I would welcome you and have a big shout out to you and your friends to join the FinTech Week and experience yourself. That there are just a lot of things that we as Hong Kongers can be super proud of. So with that, I just want to welcome all of you and congratulations to all of you for being here, witnessing a very monumental event that's about to unfold in about 2-3 weeks' time. So Current FinTech Week, October 28th. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Liang. Please remain on stage. We will now open the floor to any media questions. Our colleagues will pass you a microphone, so please share your name and the name of the publication you represent, and keep it within 2 questions around FinTech Week. Thank you. Gentleman at the back.
Pass the mic.
Oh, coming.
你好啊，經濟日報記者阿 Sam， 係咁想了解下咧，其實今年咧見到即係 FinTech Week 咧就將即係分開咗好多唔同嘅即係領域題目啦，有 AI 啊、blockchain 啊、InsurTech 啊之類。咁其實見到今年係咪即係都特別想即係叫 tune down 翻喺 Web3 或者 Crypto Exchange 嗰啲 exposure， 想即係叫話俾大家知，其實香港仲有其他嘅 FinTech Week 之類，即係咪有一個咁樣嘅趨勢上嘅轉變咧？唔該。
好多謝你。即係我用翻廣東話答翻啊嘛。OK。嗱，其實首先咧就好似我呢個大家庭嚟嘅，咁我哋本身咧有好多仔仔女女，咁啊過往有一個仔咁啊零舍嚇，好多人關注啦。咁但係我哋唔想忽略咗其他啲仔仔女女喎。咁其實好多時咧，大家你睇翻金融咧，就當然有 digital assets 啊、tokenization 啊，it's very interesting。咁就同一時間，我亦都唔想忽視咗啦，其他啲好重要嘅一啲嘅貢獻，譬如啱啱講好多 AI 啦、人工智能，咁大家都想知嘅喎。咁但係同一時間咧，大家要明白到香港 banking 當然好重要啦，銀行業。咁但係券商咧、保險業咧，其實大家都對香港個經濟咧都有好大貢獻。咁而呢啲嘅 sectors 咧，可能以前大家喺嗰個可能啲媒體朋友啊，或者大眾眼光上邊咧，就冇咁關注。但係同一時間，佢做到好多好有趣，同埋對於經濟咧好大貢獻。例如保險，其中我哋有同一間香港一間重要保險公司咧都有溝通啦。咁佢哋喺上年咧1年裏邊做咗100幾個 AI 嘅 project。嗱當然冇公佈啦，對外係一內部 project 啦，100幾個喎，一個香港保險公司喎。咁其實呢一啲佢係好 amazing、好 inspiring 呢啲咁嘅故仔啦。我希望用個 FinTech Week 咧作為平台，令大家更加了解。除咗話呢啲我哋當然都好支持即係 Web3啊、數字資產，但同一時間有其他好嘅一啲發展咧。我希望用呢個大平台咧，讓更加廣大嘅呢個民眾亦都知道呢啲發展。
All right, thank you, King. We have time for one more question. If there are no more questions then, ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the press conference today. We would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to our guests and media friends to joining us today. Please feel free to stay behind and contact the PR team for any follow-up questions. We look forward to seeing you all at this year's Hong Kong FinTech Week, with the main conference happening on October 28 and 29 at Asia World Expo. Thank you.